When the four-string plectrum banjo made the transition from the rhythm section of dance bands to center stage as a solo instrument in the 1920s, an incredible young musician named Eddie Connors was there for every step of its journey. Born Edwin Shackleton in Cleveland, Ohio in 1900, Eddie Connors literally grew up with American popular music during the 20th century. Classically trained on the violin prior to picking up the banjo in 1918, Connors invented and perfected a new and complex solo style of playing the plectrum banjo, which astounded both fellow banjoists and audiences alike. Through regular appearances on Cleveland radio in the 1920s, Eddie Connors developed a devoted following which included over 100 banjo students each week. In 1929, Eddie moved to New York, where he became a staff musician at CBS and was a featured soloist on radio broadcasts hosted by stars such as Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey, as well as Kate Smith. In the early 1930s, Connors became a regular on the Lucky Strike Hour, where his incomparable skills as a soloist on banjo, ukulele, guitar, and Hawaiian guitar were quickly recognized by a national audience. One notable Eddie Connors fan was radio and television star Arthur Godfrey. In addition to numerous appearances on Godfrey's programs, Eddie Connors is credited with inventing the baritone ukulele, which Godfrey helped to popularize in the 1950s.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you just for a moment to imagine that there are three of us up here on stage. On my right, banjo player number one is going to play the melody of Let Me Call You Sweetheart. And on my left, he's going to play a harmony part. Well, I'm here in the middle and I'm going to play the chords. So now if you'll shut your eyes just for a moment, I'll see if I can put them all together.
Eddie Connors retired to St. Petersburg, Florida in 1970, where he performed occasionally and continued to be sought out by a new generation of aspiring banjoists. Among Connors' last public performances was the Mid-America Banjo Enthusiast Rally held in Eureka Springs, Arkansas in 1977. Although he truly amazed his listeners with a level of technical skill that his years seemed powerless to diminish, Connors was hesitant to take the stage, quipping, "I don't want to die on stage in front of a whole bunch of people. What the hell would I do for an encore?" After a 60-year career and thousands of encores, Eddie Connors passed away in St. Petersburg, Florida in 1981.